You see, we all like to talk about how the government is preparing to put chips in us, but we never stop to ask the question of, are we already chipped? Are we already chipped? I've touched on this before, but now I want to ask the question. We talk about these chips, but what does these chips really look like? We get into this internet crap and get hypnotized by the things we try to expose, but don't know if the thing that we are trying to expose needs to be decoded. That's our problem. The same people you are trying to expose will themselves throw up some information with an image, and we automatically download and accept the agenda from a literal standpoint, and this is why we will forever be sheep to the thing that we try to expose, because we see things from a literal perspective. We see things from a literal perspective. The topic was the implantable chips. Do you know that whenever you download an app, you are downloading invisible implantable chips into your DNA that can alter you and give you cancer and other so-called diseases? Do you know that whenever you download an app, you are downloading invisible implantable chips? You are downloading invisible implantable chips. You are downloading invisible implantable chips into your DNA that can alter you and give you cancer and other so-called diseases?
Turn your eyes on me.
Going deep here. Remember when the new cards came out, the bank cards and credit cards, when they told you now that you have to insert the card into the machine instead of swiping it?
Headline inasema, what is a chip card and how is it different from a magnetic stripe card? Nasema a chip card is a payment card embedded with a microchip on the card face, which improves security whenever it is used. Using a chip card protects your card data from being copied.
Well, if you pay attention, you will see that you have to hold the card for a few seconds in order for it to process. Whereas before, all you had to do was swipe the card. You have to hold the card. That's for a reason. Well, this is because it is picking up something from your fingerprints, being that your hands have cells which sends and receives signals from different parts of your body. But how does the product get recorded, you ask? How does these products get recorded? Your eyes have prints, and whenever you stare at the product or at a product you are purchasing, you are transferring this information into your brain, which in turn can be picked up by the cells in your body, which in turn causes the energy or frequencies from your body to download by way of the prints in your eyes. Remember that your eyes is connected to your brain. So whatever you look at is embedded in certain parts of the brain. I just said embedded. But in the word embedded, you have embed. Remember? When you are embedding info, you usually copy and paste the information from one window to paste it into another window. Well, guess what? When looking at these products, you are copying the image and the information that you are purchasing. And when you touch the screen of your cell phone, with the screen of your cell phone act as the cells in your hand by receiving the info. That's why they call it a cell phone, cells in your hand. By receiving the info from what you just purchased can be picked up through the satellites operated by the cell phone. And what they copied and pasted from is put on a sponsored list through these satellites. And now you go onto YouTube and you see one of the products that you just purchased. Ain't that crazy? The implantable chips is your eyes. The implantable chips is your hands. The cells in your hands. It's no coincidence that they make cell phones that you hold in your hand that consist of cells, cell phones. It is the ingredients even in the food. It is already in our DNA. And whenever we watch television and listen to music that is negative, we are copying and pasting these embedded signals into our subconscious, and these satellites can cause a sponsored reaction through our everyday actions and even create processed dream states. Some of us don't really dream. Most of us copy and paste the nonsense that we dream about by way of the way we sponsor the negative electromagnetic messages in the movies and music and even the foods that we eat. This is real. This is real.
Turn your eyes on me, and I feel that what I've been called to do is someone else I want you to see. see? Will you love Jesus more when we go our separate ways? When this moment is memory, will you?
And now we're slowly depending on the machinery. Man, make the machine and get trapped in the air. Slowly depending on the technology. Caught in the web, can't come out of it. Caught in the web, can't come out of it.